So here goes, September, so we must be off on another adventure. This time it's to Indonesia, where we're heading over to Jakarta and travelling around for 2-3 months in mainly Indonesia and maybe a little bit of Thailand at the end. So off we go. Luckily I had us heading off with plenty of time to spare because due to a car fire on the M25 our bus was best part of 3 hours late getting into Heathrow Central Terminal, and we then had to get the transfer to T4, which luckily was not impacted by the underground strike that day, so we did make it to T4 in time to spend a little bit of time in the airport lounge. Okay, so the reason we booked with Saudia rather than one of the airlines we normally go with was just they are so much cheaper. So when we booked, we paid £987 for our 2 return flights with Saudia, and at that time it was £1,404 with Qatar. Since then, we just checked before we flew actually, and the Saudia price has gone up to £1,252, whereas Qatar is still around £1,400. So yeah, considerably cheaper. So let's get on board. See if it's worth it. The food on Saudia was all pretty good. Started off with a flatbread, which was very tasty, and then tracked our trip as we went over Egypt on the way to Jeddah, and we got another meal a bit later on.
We are passing over the Iran Countdown. We may wish to begin all our intentions and start early now. May Allah accept all your good deeds. Thank you.
Okay, made it to Jeddah. Made it through the transfers, and our next flight is the 8:35 to Jakarta. So we've got an hour and 20 minutes of a little pot around what looks like quite a nice little airport here in Jeddah. This flight might be full, looking at the scrum just to, as soon as they've said you can actually get through the gate. Everyone, no one's sitting waiting, everyone's just going for it. On our second flight, hoping that the seat next to me stays empty. The lady reckons it's about 80% full. Oh no, 80 empty seats on the flight. So we're hoping that one of them is next to us, and she has said that if someone tries to sit there, she might move them if she can. So keep talking nicely to the lady.
So as we boarded both planes, we've been given hot towels, which are very nicely scented of citrus, I think. Citrusy? Yeah, really nice. And the stewardesses on this plane seem to be much friendlier actually than the other ones. They do. She seems really nice. So.
Okay, on the 2 flights we did with Saudia, we got a little pack on each one with various bits in it, so I'll do the reveal. This was on the first flight, so we got toothbrush and toothpaste. little eye mask and some earplugs, and a very bright pair of socks with little planes on the back. Didn't know that. Anti-slip planes. Very fancy. In a nice little bag. Sounds quite nice. Then on the second flight, we reverted to a plastic bag. Not quite as good. Not quite as fancy an eye mask. Earplugs are the same. Little socks, but just standard cream socks. And that was it. One bonus earplug by the look of it. Another good meal on this flight. Had a choice of a couple of things, one vegetarian, one not, and you got yogurt and a roll and some fruit with it, as well as they came round with soft drinks. And then a little bit later on, after we'd had a little sleep, they came round again with some little pizzas, which were actually absolutely delicious. So that went down really well. So yeah, can't fault the food on either flight. Even Jan's tall in amongst all the locals. She's feeling very tall. You can do your visas just before you get here, and it's a massive immigration area. Looks like some of it's all automatic. Loads of automatic gates, all very modern. Even a guy on a little scooter. Living wall all the way along in the baggage hall, and all very modern. Oh, is it actually a waterfall, or is that it's just a pit? Yeah. Very good. Yeah. Oh, here we go, number 3. Yeah, and we got through immigration in seconds. It was literally just a passport scan, and it had already linked your visa and your customs declaration to it. So just showed put the passport on, and no queues, both through in literally seconds. Brilliant. And now we've got to hope the bags turn up. Is that mine there?
This one?
Yeah.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh my
Look at that. Straight to me. Right, I'll see you at the hotel. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Henry. Oh, here you go. Sorry. Here.
Huh? Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, overtime. Okay, here we go. We're on the 19th floor. We're in 1916, wherever that is. Oh, they're not in a funny order. Yeah, gone past it. There you go. 1916. Looks like quite a nice hotel. Pool, gym, spa, and our room. Oh wow. Yeah, it looks pretty good. After 27 hours of travelling, anything would look good, but yeah, lovely. Oh, you've got your usual, I'll be able to watch you having a shower.
Oh no. It has got a blind.
Yeah, it has, yeah. Oh, lovely. A shower there. I'm sure there's, just the loo in there. Lovely.
£70 for
3 nights. Pretty good. Right, that'll do.
So, back again. What did we think?
It was pretty good overall. The food was good. The fact it was a dry airline really didn't bother us.
Didn't make a difference.
Actually, I didn't even think about it when I was on the flight. And they came around with lots of soft drinks on a regular basis. I'd say the food was good. The service was fine. I wouldn't say it was quite as good as Qatar or Emirates or any of those, but
the second flight, the service was substantially better. They were much friendlier.
I still don't think it was up to the other ones.
Well, we disagree. I thought the second flight was much friendlier, and it obviously helped that we had a middle seat free between us, so we had lots of space.
I'd
The
say
entertainment was okay. The films maybe weren't as good as on Qatar. There was less choice.
And also they were fairly heavily sent. I watched one film which would normally be probably about an hour and 45, hour and 50, and it was an hour and 20 because there were so many bits cut out of it, which was a bit disconcerting. All of a sudden you're watching and one of the main characters 10 seconds later is dead, but you haven't seen how or why. So
That's true.
That was a bit strange, but that was fine.
The only thing that we did find is when we went to book our seats and check in, you couldn't choose which seats you got. You had to have the ones that were allocated to you, or you had to pay. But we had seats next to each other, which actually we got changed to aisle seats when we arrived, and that wasn't a problem. So it was okay, just didn't get the choice.
Yeah.
But no, other than that, yeah, it was an interesting flight. It was interesting to watch people get changed as we approached Jeddah. Lots of young men went and got changed, came back in white robes, which were obviously starting their pilgrimage to Mecca, and that came up over the loudspeaker as well, so that was quite interesting. Not seen that before. But yeah, all good. Wouldn't not recommend them. Wouldn't highly recommend them, but they were absolutely fine to fly with.
I'd certainly use them again, and if they're £400 cheaper, then yeah, it's well worth it.